when you have these kinds of plays, you can dip buy morning panics like I did today. I made a few $100, got a partial position. I bought the first green day on a Friday, made 50% over the weekend. You could dip buy that morning panic, and then it actually on day 2 dropped all the way down, and then it bounced 100% in 3 hours.
I'm looking at, and this is kind of cool, CHMA. This was a stock that had news, had really high volume. Now, this isn't a low float, traditional low float stock that Tim and I look at a lot, but it had the price movement. You can see that big spike in the morning. Look at that big volume candle as it broke the high of the day. Now, big fade after that. This is kind of, you can see it's way off of its highs. It is consolidating around VWAP though. This is a setup that I look for. It's, Tim and I are very similar but different. So we will disagree and agree on some things. That being said, so now you can see that yellow line is VWAP. I use VWAP a lot. I think it's really a good gauge of supply and demand. And I don't use a ton of technical indicators, but I know that the majority of traders out there are looking at VWAP. So what I love about VWAP is it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If everybody's looking at it, odds are the stock is going to react. So it is, I operate on Eastern time, so it's 1 p.m. Eastern at this point. Stock is consolidating around VWAP. This is definitely an afternoon play I would look at, especially if it could reclaim that whole dollar, half dollar of $8.50. Some other stuff that we were looking at this morning, let me just check up on TRPX. So this was one similar pattern, fading all day, and this is a good example of what I like about what we do. It's very simple. So this stock, you can see again, huge mover, huge big move this morning, but it's faded all day and it's way below VWAP. So this makes it easy for me. This is just off my list, totally ignored. Did you try to turn it on?
I did.
So it's on? So.
I think it's on.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yep. So those are the kind of couple of main watches I'm looking at, as well as we do. I look at them a little more than Tim does, but I'll also look to trade higher price stocks when the recipe is right. Oh, the recipe is right. But that's a good joke on Beyond Meat. Sawdust and plastic and everything, glyphosate. But anyway, Beyond Meat, this is the recent IPO. I mean, the stock just keeps going. Actually, in Stocks to Trade Pro, I do a webinar every morning. We were looking at this thing at that high a day break from yesterday, and you can see once it broke that 201 level, went as high as 208. I mean, that's a $5, $6, $7 a share on a $200 stock. So when we do look at these higher price stocks, it's the ones with the big movement. I've said it since this stock was $80. I'm like, Beyond Meat trades like a penny stock. So if and when we look at higher price stocks, we're looking for that big volume, that big volatility. And the great thing about this is, quote unquote, everybody hates this stock. They think it's a joke, it's way overvalued. But at the end of the day, all that matters is the price action. And all BYND has done since it IPO'd a few months ago is go up. So when you get those breaks of the previous day, you get those all-time highs, you get those red to green type moves, those are the type of whole dollar, half dollar crosses, etc. That's what Tim and I look at. So Beyond Meat is definitely on my watch into the afternoon, especially it's $10 off its highs, but if it can grind back above VWAP and then possibly even break that high a day, personally, I think there's a lot of short sellers that are piling back into this on this weak price action. You get a new high a day, and anything can happen. So, what's on your list, Tim?
Go to the lowest stock, TTCM. Yep. Is one that I've been watching and buying since a penny. Normally I don't go straight down to like a penny a share. This is a little low for me, but they have the chart, they have the breakout, they have the news, they have the volume, they have the volatility. So I will go lower. Can put the mouse right over the breakout on the cup and handle. So this is, this is as simple as it gets. You're looking for a multi-month breakout with volume, with news. This is a total piece of crap company. They will probably be bankrupt in the next few years. My guess is there's a 50-50 chance management will be in jail. I expect nothing great from them. And yet, when you have such a perfect breakout with volume on the day that they announced the premiere of their new social network, Augmented Reality. It doesn't get any easier than this.
So what, and again, this is a bread and butter play for sites, these, true, what I call true penny stocks. But you can see, I mean, this is the day the news came, this is the day the breakout came, and the volume accompanies it. And you can see, and what's great about this, and this is what he talked about last night, you don't have to be there day one. You can be there day 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, when did you most recently buy this?
So I bought this a few times. I actually just bought this on the dip this morning.
Oh, okay.
Not pre-market, but like around 10 a.m. Eastern. And I bought it at like 2.6, sold it at like 2.9, and now it's at 3. I don't normally go to like tenths of a penny like this, but the chart is perfect. I mean, it's already traded 90 million shares in 3 hours today, so it's plenty liquid. When you have these kinds of plays, you can dip buy morning panics like I did today. I made a few $100, got a partial position. I bought the first green day on a Friday, made 50% over the weekend. You could dip buy that morning panic, and then actually on day 2, from that gap up, it was kind of a gap and crap, dropped all the way down, and then it bounced 100% in 3 hours. So, it's nice to look at this overall monthly chart, but you can pick your spots along the way. I like buying strong first green days with a catalyst when it's closing high, when, with penny stocks, because the whole world hates them, you're going to get kind of a delayed reaction on day 2, day 3, day 4. And this one just keeps going. This is a little choppier than most, so I don't really feel that bad selling too soon. But I bought it, 4 times now, and I've profited each time. I've actually only one of the 4 I timed it well where I sold near the high. The other 3, today I locked in profits. I made like $500. It would be about $750 right now in profits if I still held. But it's tough when I'm, speaking and stuff like that. This is the beautiful thing here, where even if you're busy, if you're speaking at a conference, if you've got a full-time job, if you're traveling, you can still recognize this perfect breakout. Go back to the monthly chart.
Now, one real quick, just for everyone that maybe wasn't here last night, for reference. You said you made $500-700 on what size of your account?
Yeah, so I trade with a small account. I'm taking like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 positions. So I'm making like 10-15%. It was funny. I went to one of these shows and I'm on the panel with like billionaires and like big time money managers, and I'm like, I made $450 this morning. And they're like, $450,000. I'm like, no, $450. And I'm the only guy literally in the world of finance who wants to only manage my own money. I want to trade small because I want to teach you this process. So when I make 400, 500, Wall Street laughs at me. A lot of people laugh at me. I'm laughing at them because frankly, I like making a few $100s. I mean, this is my backpack and my suitcase. I'll be in Mykonos in 48 hours. The few $100s a day adds up over time as my $5 million in profits.
And I think that's, it's realistic. I mean, if you're a billionaire hedge fund manager, raise your hand, okay? I don't think we have any billionaires in the room.
Hey, give it time. Don't be so sure.
okay. I did jump ahead a little. We do have one over here. But that's what I love about what Tim and I do is, it's applicable to Joe and Jane Smith, okay? I mean, again, if you got $1 billion, I think maybe you figured it out already. If you got $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, what we look at is what works for you.
And I should also mention, this chart, like this perfect breakout, and it keeps going, and I've underestimated it a few times. There's not many charts like this. I mean, this just happened in the past week. I've been waiting 6 months for a chart like this. So this kind of perfection doesn't come about every day, and yet we see a lot of one-day spikers. Hey, Tim Sykes, Millionaire Mentor and Trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there. And also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.